Imagine a life, not some distant dream, but a reality you can touch, where every single day you become undeniably better than you were yesterday. A life where you are not just living, but constantly growing, evolving, and shattering your own limits. What if I told you that life isn't a fantasy? It's a choice, and it's a choice you have the power to make, starting right now. Listen to me. You see, real, lasting success isn't about one lottery win, one moment of applause, one single triumph. It's not about climbing one mountain and then setting up camp forever. That's not the life you were meant for. True success, the kind that fills your soul, is about continuous, relentless improvement. It's about waking up every single morning with a fire in your belly, a burning desire to be stronger, wiser, kinder, and more capable than you were the day before. But maybe right now you feel stuck. Maybe you wake up and the days feel the same. A blur of responsibilities and routines. You know you're capable of more. You can feel it deep in your bones, but you don't know where to start. You see the gap between who you are and who you want to be, and it feels like a canyon. If that's you, I need you to lean in close. Turn off the distractions, because what I'm about to share with you isn't just a list. It's a roadmap, a blueprint that could change the entire trajectory of your life. I'm going to reveal 10 things you must improve daily if you want to unlock that beast sleeping inside you and live the extraordinary life you were born to live. Are you ready? If you're ready to change, type "I'm ready" in the comments below right now. Let's do this together. Number 1, your mindset. Let's start with the very foundation of your entire world, your mindset. Your mind is a garden, a sacred, fertile piece of ground that belongs only to you. But here's the question I have for you, and I want you to be brutally honest with yourself. What are you planting in it each day? Are you sowing seeds of doubt, telling yourself you're not good enough, not smart enough, not ready? Are you watering the weeds of fear and limitation, letting past failures dictate your future? Or are you planting seeds of breathtaking possibility, seeds of unshakable courage, seeds of limitless abundance? Every single day, you have to consciously, deliberately work on that garden. When that insidious whisper of "I can't" creeps in, you must train yourself to shout back, "How can I?" When the world screams, "That's impossible," you need to look it in the eye and ask, "What if it were possible?" Your mind is the most powerful weapon you will ever possess. It can be your greatest ally, building you an empire, or your worst enemy, locking you in a prison of your own making. The choice is always, always yours. I remember a young man, let's call him Alex, who came to me. He was completely beaten down by life. He'd lost his job, his confidence was shattered, and he truly believed he was destined for a life of quiet mediocrity. His garden was overgrown with weeds, but day by day, we started pulling them. One by one, we planted one new seed of belief, then another. He started his day by writing down one thing he was capable of, instead of a list of his failures. Within a year, that same young man had launched his own business, a small non-profit helping kids in his community. He was impacting lives in ways he had previously only dreamed of. That, my friend, is the power of your mindset. It's not about a grand overnight transformation. It's about the small, consistent shifts in how you think, day after day after day. If you've ever fought a battle with your own mind, hit that like button to let others know they are not alone. Number 2, your skills. In this world, which is changing faster than you can blink, there's a simple truth. If you're not growing, you're dying. It's that simple. That's why the second thing you must improve daily is your skills. Now, I'm not telling you to become a jack of all trades and a master of none. I'm talking about identifying and then sharpening the skills that are crucial to your unique journey and success. Ask yourself right now, What skills, if you mastered them, would take you to the next level in your career? What skills would help you solve the problems that keep you up at night? What skills would make you so valuable that you become indispensable? Maybe for you, it's public speaking. Maybe it's writing code. Maybe it's learning to be a better leader, a better listener, a better parent. Whatever it is, identify it, name it, and then make a solemn vow to get just 1% better at it every single day. Read the books. Take the online courses. Practice when nobody's watching. Seek out feedback, even when it's hard to hear. You have to understand, even just 15 minutes a day, just 15 minutes of focused effort, will create a Grand Canyon of difference over time. Excellence is not an act, my friend. It is a habit. You become excellent by consistently doing excellent things. I once worked with a young entrepreneur, Maria. She had a fire in her heart and a brilliant idea for a sustainable fashion brand, but her business was struggling to stay afloat. She had the passion, but she lacked the skills in marketing and finance. So she made a plan. Every morning before she did anything else, she spent 1 hour learning. One day it was social media marketing, the next it was reading a balance sheet. It wasn't easy, it wasn't glamorous, but she was relentless. And within 2 years, her business hadn't just survived, it had tripled in size. All because she committed to sharpening her tools daily. What's one skill you're committed to improving? Declare it in the comments below. Let's inspire each other. Number 3, your health. Now let's talk about the vessel that carries you through this life. Your body, your health. Think of it like this. Your body is the only vehicle you will ever have to navigate your journey. If that vehicle is broken down, sputtering and running on fumes, how in the world can you expect to go anywhere meaningful? Improving your health doesn't mean you have to become a bodybuilder or run a marathon tomorrow morning. It's about the small, almost invisible choices you make every hour of every day. It's choosing water over that sugary drink that will leave you crashing in an hour. It's taking the stairs instead of the elevator, getting your blood pumping. It is going to bed just 15 minutes earlier to give your mind and body the rest it is screaming for. Your health isn't just about avoiding sickness. It's about your energy, your mood, your ability to focus and perform at your peak. When you improve your health, you improve everything. I met a woman named Sarah who was brilliant at her job but was constantly struggling. She was always tired, always stressed, always feeling one step behind her own life. We didn't start with her career goals, we started with her health. Small changes day by day. She started her day with a glass of water. She took a 10-minute walk at lunch. She put her phone away an hour before bed. And you know what happened? Her career took off. She had more energy to tackle big projects, more mental clarity to solve complex problems, and more drive than she'd felt in years. All because she finally decided to take care of her vehicle. You only get one body in this life. It is a precious, irreplaceable gift. Nourish it, move it, rest it. Your future self will thank you for it 1,000,000 times over. Number 4, your relationships. Look around you. We are not islands. We are social creatures who thrive on connection. That's why the 4th thing you must improve daily is your relationships. And when I say relationships, I'm not just talking about romantic partners. I'm talking about the entire tapestry of connections you weave throughout your life. Your family, your friends, your colleagues, your clients, and maybe the most important relationship of all, the one you have with yourself. Every day, ask yourself these questions. How can I add genuine value to someone's life today? How can I be a better, more present listener instead of just waiting for my turn to talk? How can I show more appreciation for the people who support me? How can I resolve a conflict with grace instead of anger? Listen to me, success is not a solo journey. The higher you want to climb, the stronger your support system needs to be. And that support system isn't built overnight. It's built one conversation, one act of kindness, one moment of empathy at a time. I worked with a CEO who was a genius at strategy, but his company culture was toxic. On paper, they were successful, but employee turnover was sky high and innovation was dead. People were afraid to fail. We worked on one thing, his relationships. He started holding weekly town halls where he just listened. He started writing personal thank you notes to his team members. He started showing more empathy, more humanity. The transformation was breathtaking. Not only did team morale skyrocket, but the company's performance reached heights he had never imagined possible. All because he committed to improving his connections daily. At the end of your life, it won't be your bank account or your job title that brings you peace. It will be the lives you've touched and the relationships you've nurtured. Invest in them daily. If this resonates with you, share this video with someone whose relationship you cherish. Number 5, your focus. In today's world of endless notifications, pings, and distractions, focus is a superpower. We are constantly being bombarded, our attention pulled in 1,000 different directions. That's why the 5th thing you must improve daily is your focus. Think of your focus like a muscle. If you never use it, it becomes weak and flabby. But the more you exercise it, the stronger and more powerful it becomes. Every day, you must train that muscle. Practice concentrating deeply on one task at a time. If you can only do it for 5 minutes, start there. Then tomorrow, aim for 6, then 10. Gradually increase the duration. When you're working on something important, turn off the notifications on your phone. Put it in another room if you have to. Create a sacred, distraction-free environment for yourself. Your ability to focus directly impacts the quality of everything you do. When you can focus deeply, you can achieve in 1 hour what it takes others an entire day to accomplish. I once coached a writer who was drowning in her own ambition. She had this incredible story inside her, a novel she was desperate to write, but she couldn't make progress. She'd sit down to write, and then check her email, then scroll social media, then get up for a snack. We worked on her focus daily. She started with just 15-minute timed writing sprints, no phone, no internet, just her and the page. Gradually, she increased it to an hour. She created a ritual around her writing time to signal to her brain that it was time to lock in. And you know what? Within 6 months, she typed the final words of her novel. A dream she'd had for a decade, accomplished in 6 months, all because she committed to mastering her focus. In a world of constant distraction, the person who can focus is king. Cultivate this rare and valuable skill every day, and watch your life transform. If you want to build this superpower, make sure you subscribe to this channel for more tips on discipline and focus. Number 6, your habits. Your life, right now as you sit here watching this, is essentially the sum of your habits. That's a profound truth. How you spend your days is ultimately how you spend your life. This is why the 6th thing you must improve daily is your habits. And I'm not just talking about the big, obvious ones like going to the gym or quitting smoking. I'm talking about the thousands of tiny, automatic behaviors that make up your day. How you start your morning. Do you grab your phone, or do you take a minute to breathe and set an intention? How you approach your work. Do you dive into the hardest task first, or procrastinate? How you interact with others. Is your default to complain or to find a solution? How you wind down in the evening. Are you numbing out in front of a screen or preparing your mind for a restful sleep? Every day, I want you to be a detective of your own life. Take a look at your habits. Which ones are serving you and pushing you forward? And which ones are holding you back, keeping you chained to the person you used to be? Choose one habit, just one, and focus on improving it. Maybe it's waking up 15 minutes earlier to have some quiet time. Maybe it's expressing gratitude before every meal. Maybe it's reading 10 pages of a book before bed instead of scrolling. Habits are formed through repetition, not revolution. It's about small, consistent improvements that stack up over time. I worked with a student who was on the verge of failing out of college. He felt overwhelmed and stupid. We didn't try to overhaul his entire life at once. We focused on one habit at a time. First, we built the habit of creating a consistent study schedule and sticking to it no matter what. Then, we worked on the habit of better note-taking techniques. Then the habit of active recall instead of passive reading. Day by day, brick by brick, habit by habit, his academic performance completely transformed. By the end of the year, he was at the top of his class. All because he committed to improving his habits daily. Your habits are the architects of your destiny. Choose them wisely. What is one habit you will improve starting today? Let me know in the comments. Number 7, your knowledge. In the age of information, ignorance is not a circumstance, it is a choice. That's why the 7th thing you must improve daily is your knowledge. But I'm not talking about accumulating random trivia to win a game show. I'm talking about gaining deep, meaningful knowledge that enhances your understanding of the world and your ability to navigate it successfully. Every day, you must commit to learning something new. Read books from people who know more than you. Listen to podcasts that challenge your perspectives. Engage in thoughtful discussions with people who disagree with you. Stay relentlessly curious about the world around you. Ask questions. Seek out diverse viewpoints. Knowledge is power. The more you know, the more you can do. The more you understand, the better decisions you can make. The broader your knowledge base, the more creative your solutions will become. I mentored a young professional, ambitious and bright, but she felt completely stuck in her career. She was good at her job, but she had hit a plateau and couldn't see a way forward. We created a simple plan. She had to expand her knowledge every single day. She committed to reading industry publications during her commute, taking online courses on leadership during her lunch breaks, and attending webinars in the evenings. It didn't happen overnight. But within a year, she not only earned a major promotion, but she also identified a new market opportunity for her company that no one else had seen. All because she committed to feeding her mind a little bit each day. Your mind is like a parachute. It only works when it's open. Keep it open. Feed it new ideas every day and never let yourself become stagnant. Number 8, your resilience growth is not just intellectual. Life is not always a smooth, sunny sail. There will be storms. There will be setbacks. There will be failures that bring you to your knees. Resilience is your ability to get back up. It's your capacity to bounce back from adversity, to adapt to change, and to persevere when everything in you wants to quit. And just like a muscle, your resilience can be developed and strengthened over time. How? By challenging yourself. Every day, do something that pushes you just outside your comfort zone. Face one of your small fears, and when you inevitably encounter setbacks, you must reframe them. Don't see them as failures. See them as lessons. See them as feedback. See them as opportunities to learn and grow stronger. Instead of screaming, "Why me?" train yourself to ask, "What can I learn from this?" Instead of dwelling on what went wrong, focus your energy on what you can do to make things right. I worked with an athlete who suffered a career-threatening injury. He was devastated, ready to give up on the dream he'd worked for his entire life. But we didn't focus on what he had lost. We focused on what he could control: his attitude, his daily rehabilitation exercises, his mental preparation. Day by day, we worked on building his resilience. Some days he could only do one more rep than the day before, but he did it. And you know what happened? He didn't just return to his sport, he came back stronger physically and mentally than he had ever been before. That is the power of resilience, and it is built in the small daily commitments to not give up. Your story of resilience could inspire someone else to keep going. If you feel comfortable, share a time you bounced back in the comments. Number 9, Your creativity. In a world that is becoming more and more automated, your human creativity is your ultimate competitive advantage. It is more valuable now than ever before. But creativity isn't just for painters and writers. Creativity is about thinking outside the box. It's about problem solving. It's about innovation. It's about seeing connections where other people only see chaos. That's why improving your creativity daily is absolutely essential. Creativity isn't a lightning strike of inspiration. It's a garden you must nurture. Every day, do something that sparks it. Try a new approach to a familiar task. Look at a problem from a completely different angle. Engage in activities that stimulate your imagination. Drawing, brainstorming, journaling, or even just allowing yourself to daydream without guilt. I worked with a business owner whose company was getting lost in a crowded market. He felt invisible. We focused on improving his creativity daily. He started carrying an idea journal everywhere he went. He scheduled regular brainstorming sessions with people from outside his industry. He even took up painting on the weekends just to stimulate a different part of his brain. Within months, he came up with a revolutionary new product offering that completely disrupted his industry and set him apart. He unlocked that power through consistent daily effort. Your creativity is limitless. Tap into it every single day. Number 10, your contribution. This brings us to the final and perhaps most important piece of the puzzle. At the end of the day, at the end of your life, it's not about what you get, it's about what you give. That's why the final thing you need to improve daily is your contribution to the world. Every single day, ask yourself this powerful question. How can I add value today? How can I make something or someone a little bit better? It doesn't have to be a grand gesture. It's often found in the small things. A kind word to a cashier who looks like they're having a rough day. Volunteering your time for a cause you believe in. Mentoring someone who is just starting out on their path. True, deep, lasting fulfillment doesn't come from accumulating more money or more status. It comes from making a difference in the lives of others. And when you focus on improving your contribution daily, you not only enrich the world around you, you enrich your own life in ways you cannot possibly imagine. I once worked with a highly successful executive. He had the wealth, the power, the status, everything he thought he ever wanted, but he felt hollow inside, empty. So he shifted his focus from success to significance. He started mentoring young professionals in his field. He got involved in community projects. He used his influence to advocate for important causes. And you know what? He found a profound sense of fulfillment that all his previous achievements had never, ever given him. Your contribution matters. Your unique experiences, your skills, your perspective, they are valuable. Never underestimate the impact you can have. Commit to making a small difference every single day. Now take a deep breath. Let these 10 pillars sink in. Your mindset, your skills, your health, your relationships, your focus, your habits, your knowledge, your resilience, your creativity, and your contribution. These are the building blocks of an extraordinary life. Imagine just for a moment where you could be if you committed to improving just 1% in each of these areas every single day. Where would you be in a month, in a year, in 5 years? The growth wouldn't be linear, it would be exponential. The transformation would be unbelievable. But listen to me. This isn't about perfection, it's about progress. It's about the small, consistent choices you make when no one is watching. Every single step you take, no matter how small, moves you closer to the person you were always meant to be. Success isn't a destination you arrive at one day. It is the journey itself, made up of the daily choices you make. So I am challenging you right here, right now. Start today. Choose one of these 10 areas and commit to improving it just a little bit, then tomorrow do it again, and the next day and the next. You have a fire within you. You have a greatness that is begging to be unleashed. You have the power to shape your destiny, to build a life that inspires you every single morning. But that power is only activated through your daily choices and actions. What will you choose? Will you settle for mediocrity, or will you strive for greatness? Will you let life happen to you, or will you decide to happen to life? I believe in you. I believe in your potential. I believe in your ability to create a life beyond your wildest dreams. But it all starts with this one decision. The decision to improve, to grow, to evolve every single day. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Take that step today. Your extraordinary life is calling you. Answer that call. Music fades to a softer, hopeful tone. Thank you for being here today. If this message moved you, please hit that like button, subscribe for more content to fuel your journey, and share this video with one person who needs to hear this today. Your share could be the spark that changes someone's life. And remember to turn on notifications so you never miss a dose of inspiration. Now go out there and take that next step. Your journey starts now.